Hello guys, hope you are doing well. Today we are on page 34 and we are dealing with some writing. So take out your textbooks, find page 34 and let's get started. So the first or the task today is to learn how to write an article that attracts and holds the reader's attention. Here, as you can see, we have some photos. And the question for you, the initial one is, which aspects of adolescence do they illustrate? So we're going to zoom it a little bit. You have to be patient. Okay, so which aspects of adolescence do they illustrate? We'll see the photos. Look at the photos. Yeah, you see what's going on. In the first one, I suppose you would tell me that she's not very interested in what her dad, we suppose it's her dad, is telling her. Probably he might be getting at her for something. Maybe she isn't studying a lot these days or something similar. Then in the second one, what's going on? They are partying, lots of friends hanging out together. And in the third one, it would be the aspect of doing some sports, playing around. I suppose that you have something more to add, especially in relation to the first one, because it's really common in this period. That's something that all of you have been through. Okay, let's see what's going on in the exercise number 2. Just a sec. So, if I'm mistaken, no. Okay, we're going to delete it. Yes, we're ready now. In pairs, read last week's competition section on the website and discuss the questions. The questions for you are: why is adolescence described as a roller coaster ride? What are the best things about being a young adult? What new challenges do you face as a young adult? We are going to read that part. I'm going to do the reading part for you. So let's see what's here. Have your say. Last week's competition. The journey from teenager to adult can bring joy and pain, success and failure, friendship and heartbreak. If you are riding the roller coaster of adolescence right now, then Psychology magazine wants to hear from you. Send us an article in which you describe some of the very best things about coming of age and discuss the most challenging aspects of life for people living through these in-between years. As usual, a selection of articles will be published in an upcoming edition of Psychology magazine. As you can see, those 3 questions are related to what I've just read to you last week's competition section. So think about them and send me when you discuss it. And the next exercise is read a winning article on the website and answer the questions. So let's get back to the article, the winning article. We're going to read it to see what I have written here. Adolescence, Pain and Pleasure in Equal Measure by Josh Payne. Remember when you were little and school summer holidays seemed to go on forever? Being children, most of us lived carefree and happy lives. Sadly, this does not last, and we must all grow up. I can reliably report that the process brings pain and pleasure in equal measure. First, there is the pain. Adolescence is a time of huge physical and emotional change. For many of us, this change is accompanied by a feeling of self-doubt, envy, and embarrassment. Apparently, we are neither children nor adults, asked to act like grown-ups in certain situations, but not in others. Be responsible and act your age, but be home by 9 p.m. These mixed messages can be hard to deal with. Add to this the pressure of schoolwork, and it is no wonder we sometimes feel unable to cope. Thankfully, alongside the pain, there is also pleasure. Though we have to study, few of us need to worry about bills or housework. As a result, whether it is playing sport or online games, we have time to enjoy ourselves. On top of this, we have our friends, pleasure and pain alike can be shared with those who know exactly how we feel. Despite the challenges, as far as I'm concerned, the pleasure of being a young adult outweighs the pain, although it may not always seem so now. Perhaps in the future we will look back on adolescence as the best days of our lives. Okay, so the following set of questions, two of them. Did the author mention any of the pleasures or challenges you discussed in exercise number 2? And what is the author's conclusion? Do you agree? Why or why not? I'll give you one suggestion or example answer. The author's conclusion is that the pleasure of being a young adult outweighs the pain. So, your opinion on these 3 questions and these 2 questions will be sent to me in a form of homework. Okay, let's get back. Let's move on. Exercise number 4. In the exercise number 4, we have the following task. Read the writing focus and look at the article. So, to complete this part, we have to consult the article and what the writer suggests in certain parts. Okay, so choose the techniques the author uses for writing a title, an introduction, and a conclusion. We'll start with the title. A title. Attract the reader's attention from the start. Ask a question. Are these the best days of our lives? Does he start like that? Let's see. You have 2 options, yes or no. So, I can hear you, all of you. No. Okay, number 2. Does he use vivid adjectives? Adolescence, thrilling and terrifying? Let's see. Yes, no? What did you say? No. That's it. Just type here the correct answer and here, okay. Then summarize the topic, the pains and pleasures of adolescent life. Let's see what we have here. No. Use rhyme or wordplay. 10 top tips for troubled teens. What about that one? Yes. Okay, so those are the techniques that you can use, and we consulted the article and see what he used or chooses, which techniques did the author use for writing a title. Let's see what happens with the introduction. Define the topic and hold the reader's attention. Whenever you write something, it has to be interesting, to hold the reader's attention. Okay, so number 5, technique number 5, ask a question. Did he ask any questions? Yes. Did he tell a short anecdote? No. Did he give an interesting or surprising fact or figure? What? No. Did he give a quotation? No. Okay, what about the main paragraphs? In the main part, develop the topic and discuss all the issues mentioned in the question. So here you express your opinion, you discuss certain issues, and you generally develop the topic. Okay, the last part is conclusion. Give your personal opinion and leave the reader with something to think about. Ask a question. Okay, what about him? Did he ask a question? No. Okay, number 10. Refer to the future. Yes, great. Make an appeal or suggestion. Did he make an appeal or suggestion? No. Return to the idea in your title or introduction. What about him? Yes. Now, an important note. Articles are usually written in a formal or semi-formal style. In a formal article, avoid informal phrases. Instead of I think, you are going to use as far as I'm concerned, or in my opinion. A colloquial language, most parents reckon that is not used in the formal article, but you are going to tell in most parents' opinions, and contractions are not used. Instead of don't, you use do not. Okay, let's see what we have here. Exercise number 5. Yeah. So in this part, we'll have a task to match the article introduction and conclusions with techniques 5 to 12, just to make sure you understand. Or these techniques: ask a question, use vivid adjectives, summarize the topic, use rhyme or word play. And for this task, you use ask a question, tell a short anecdote, give an interesting or surprising fact or figure, give a quotation, ask a question, refer to the future, make an appeal or suggestion. So those are the techniques you should think about and match them with the following. For introduction, it's easy to forget that 100% of adults alive today were once teenagers like us. As a young man, my sensible father was a real rebel. He rode a motorbike and got a tattoo at the age of 16. Okay, so technique number 7 we've got here, which is number 7, give an interesting or surprising fact or figure. That would be this part. He rode a motorbike, get a tattoo. So to develop a little bit that part. Let's see what else. Can you identify what else has been used here, or which technique has been used? Number 6, correct, which is, just a second, which is to tell a short anecdote. To tell a short anecdote. So it's easy to forget. So number 7 and number 7. Number 6, give an interesting or surprising fact or figure, tell a short anecdote. Okay. In his famous book, American author John Gray said, "Men are from Mars, women are from Venus." Does this also apply to adolescents? Are younger men and women really so different from each other? So you see, you have certain technique here. What did you pick? Number 8, number 5, which is number 5 to ask a question, yes, and number 8 to give a quotation. You here have a quotation, men are from Mars, women are from Venus, and you have here these 2 questions. Well done, bravo. Let's see about conclusions, what techniques have been used. As I began by saying, men and women differ in many ways, but individuals also differ regardless of their gender. We should be wary of stereotyping, respect each other, and cooperate to use our strengths for common good. What about this one? What did you pick? 12 and 11. 12 and 11, which is 12. Return to the idea in your title or introduction and make an appeal or suggestion. As I began by saying, so he returned to his idea, and here the other meaning, the other aspect we mentioned. Indeed, so as a regular teenage girl, am I really that different from the boy sitting opposite me in class? Perhaps not. Whether we will become more or less alike in later life remains to be seen. What do we got here? Which technique? Number 9 and number 10. To see. Number 9. Ask a question again. Refer to the future. Ask a question. Here's a question. Am I really that different from the boy sitting opposite me in class? And for a future, whether we will become more or less alike in later life remains. And now we are moving to the section language focus, which is really important when you are writing because of the suggestions regarding language that you can use here. So read the language focus and rewrite the underlined parts of the sentences using participle clauses. Participle clauses. Before we start, we're going to go to the language focus and to refresh your memory a little bit about participle clauses to express this time reason. So, you can use participle clauses in formal writing to express the reason for a statement made in the main clause. Use the present participle or plus ing when states or actions occur at the same time. Being children, you see, be plus ing, being children, most of us lived carefree and happy lives. This is from the text we read. And being children is here can be replaced by because we were children. It refers to past. Most of us lived. So being children is the same as because we were children. Okay, and the other one is a perfect participle, having plus participle, when one state or action occurs before another. So, when you use present participle, states and actions occur at the same time, but with the perfect participle, one state or action happens or occurs before another. Example given here is having, you see having, plus grown is a past participle of grow. Physically, many adolescents expect to be treated as adults. Because they have grown physically, many adolescents expect to be treated as adults. This is present, this is past time reference. In this case, we have both past time references. Okay, now we're going to practice and to see how you understood it. Because they want to look stylish, many adolescents boys also enjoy shopping for clothes. So, this is the thing this is the clothes that you are going to transform. Let's see. Because they want to look stylish, anybody comes up with a solution? Let's see what's the solution. Wanting to look stylish. So, this part, here's a verb, you add ing and you have the participle clause. Okay, because they attend mixed school. Most adolescents, boys and girls, receive the same education. What about this one? Attending mixed schools. Bravo, well done, well done. Because I grew up with 3 sisters, I know something about differences between boys and girls. What about this one? It refers, I grew. Here we have attend, want, they refer to present. And this grew refers to past. So we have what? Having grown up, perfect participle. Okay. Because there are stereotypes, such statements do contain an element of truth, of course. Okay, what about this one? Yes. Being stereotypes are present. We have it. And the last one, because I have always got on well with boys, I think I understand some of their attitudes. What about this? Let's see. Having always got on well with boys, I think I understand some of their attitudes. Okay, so here just be careful to time reference, whether it refers to present or to past, then you decide whether to use present participle or perfect participle. Okay. Now, you're going to write an article for this week's competition in Psychology magazine. Read the instruction on the website and think about these things. So these are the elements that need to be included. Where will your article appear and who will read it? Choose 2 or 3 gender-based stereotypes you think are untrue or unfair. You have a suggestion to see exercise number 7 for ideas. Note down reasons to support your views. Number 3, select techniques from the writing focus to help you attract and hold the reader's attention. Make sure you use a formal or semi-formal style. Okay, and write your article, include at least 1 participle clause to express reason. Use the writing focus and the language focus to help you. Guys, that's all for today. Hope you enjoyed the lesson and hope to see you next time. So stay safe and stay at home.